Oh, yes, people. Welcome to Top Secret. How you doing? You good? Lovely stuff. It's good to be out here, man. You look really wonderful, boy. You know what? Give me a cheer if you're in a relationship. All right, you actually sound happy about it. That's amazing. That's great, man. No, man, I've been in a relationship now for about 4 years, which is quite interesting. My girl, she's the brightest thing in my life. You know, she glows, partly because she's white. So, like, I see her in every lighting. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling you she's white to be like, yeah, I got one. You know what I mean? It's not like that. I don't want to be aggressive like that. You know, it's not like I'm on the phone with my mum like, yes, mother, I finally have one in my possession. You know what I mean? She's milky. No. Yeah. I just hope she's not on the phone with her friends like, yeah, I got one. You know what I mean? You're like, babe, please, man. Like, if you say it like that, that sounds a bit slavey. That gives off a different vibe. You know what I mean? But nah, she's a wonderful woman though, man. 4 years down the line, you know. And last year was a really big year for me. I got some news for you. I lost 12 kilos last year, right? Thank you. You think I'd be happier about it, but it was a lot of cocaine to misplace. You know what I'm saying? And someone still has to be paid. You know what I'm saying? That's the way the game works. You know, you've seen Top Boy. Ah, man. I'll be honest, that's a bit of a stereotypical joke, you know. Black guy, drug dealer. It's not true, man. I try and break stereotypes everywhere I go. I really do. You know, like sometimes your grandparents, they give you messages when you're growing up, you know. My grandmother, I remember, she sat me down. She was like, Roman boy, when you go out into the world, I want you to break stereotypes, all right? So number 1, turn up on time, all right? She said, number 2, learn how to swim, all right? She said, number 3, very important, all right? Don't be afraid to let people know you have a very tiny dick, a very small dick. It's like, Gran, what are you doing looking at my dick for? You know what I'm saying? I was also thinking to myself, why are you talking like that? Because my Gran's Scottish. So, like, I was thinking, this is cultural appropriation. Something's going on here, man. But no, she tried to make me a better person because I feel like I am better than some people. You know, I do, man. I got friends in my life. I know I'm better than, man. Like, I think I'm showing it too because I was chatting to one of my mates the other day and he was like, bro, you know, when we're chilling, it feels like you don't really like me. I was like, bro, I'm sorry, man, because I try and hide that as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? But my friends, they're just not growing at the same rate I'm growing. You know what I mean? I'm doing things. I'm traveling, man. I was in Dubai recently, which was amazing, right? When I was in Dubai, I wanted to, like, assimilate to the culture. So I went and bought a Kandura. My brother, you know what a Kandura is? Yeah? Yeah? You got to ask an Asian man that question. You know what I'm saying? No, yeah, it's the traditional Islamic garb that the men wear, right? So I went into the Dubai mall and I went and bought one, right? But the salesman, he was the best salesman I ever met in my life because he told me everything I was thinking in my own head. So I put it on, I thought to myself, this is a good length, man. He was like, brother, good length, right? Like, thanks, man. I looked at my shoulders were popping, right? He was like, brother, shoulders popping, right? Now, I don't give myself a lot of grace, but I thought I looked quite sexy. You know, he looked at me, he was like, brother, what you doing tonight? You know? I bought that Kandura right away, you know what I mean? He was a good lover too, you know? Like, you can't underestimate an Arab man, you know what I mean? They'll teach you some things, man. Nah, like, you know, I'm straight. I am, yeah, I'm straight, you know. I feel like you lot don't believe me, though. I feel like you lot are losing confidence in my sexuality, but nah, I'm straight. I've been straight since I was about 7 years old, right? Because, no, think about it. Like, before then, I don't remember what I was. You know what I mean? Before then, I was running around grabbing pussy, squeezing dicks. I was fluid, you know what I mean? When I was 7, though, that's when I knew, because my mum, right, back in the day, they had a catalogue, right? You had to flick through it to order your clothes and shit. And I was, like, flicking through my mum's catalogue, and I saw pictures of women in lingerie, and I felt something, right? Like, that catalogue to me was like the ring from Lord of the Rings, man. I was like Gollum. I was like, my precious, you know? I just took it to my room, and, yeah, you know? I mean, I was 7. There was no payoff, but that's where I got my fetish for glossy paper. You know what I mean? So, if you see me handing out flyers, I'm just doing that for my own gratification. Thank you very much. If you got a business to promote, you come and talk to me, man. But nah, man. For those of you in a relationship, that's good. Are you two together or are you just friends? That's your brother. That's all right. You would have made a lovely couple. Maybe you still can. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? What, he's pointing at you two together? Oh, fuck it all. Oh, gosh, man. No one wants to claim anybody in here tonight. Jesus. I don't know. I know some of you probably, like, you found your partners online and shit like that. And, you know, I'll be honest with you, man. That's a wild world out there. I'm glad I met my girl. I don't want to be on dating apps, man. I was on a dating app, right? I met this girl. She was into something called ENM. You ever heard of this? It means ethical non-monogamy, right? And the best way to explain that is like the UK economy, right? It's like everyone's getting screwed, right? But everyone knows about it, so it's fine, right? I was relieved to find out that's what it meant, because I thought it meant ears, nose, and mouth. I was thinking to myself, like, what is this woman into? You know what I mean? But equally, like, how big are her nostrils? Because you gotta breathe, man. It's important. If you are on dating apps, give me a cheer. You hear that depression right there? It's a room of depressed people, boy. Just praying they find somebody somewhere. I don't blame you, man. Like, I've been with my girl for a while, right? So the last time I was actually on dating apps, you had to divulge your vaccination status. That's how long it's been, right? I don't know if you still have to do that. But I always thought to myself, it would be much more helpful if you divulge your STI status, you know? It's like, an anti-vaxxer, we can have a conversation. You know, chlamydia, that could spoil my weekend. So, although, let's face it, if you met someone and they actually did tell you their STI status, that would be a bit weird. Like, you meet a guy, he's like, hi, my name's Jerome, and I don't have chlamydia. You'd be like, I got a feeling Jerome's got chlamydia, right? Some don't feel right about Jerome. But nah, man, glad I'm with a girl, man. My girl, she's a wonderful woman, you know. Because she's like white, right? Like, it creates an interesting dynamic for the two of us. Like, especially because she's got a daughter from a previous relationship. So when we all got together, it looks like they adopted me. But she's a bit of a weird one, man. If we're ever in the supermarket, I got a character I've developed though. His name is Femi. And if my girl pisses me off, I tell her, don't let me bring out Femi. Yeah, she's like, Roman, please don't do this. I say, no, you crossed the line, babe. You think you are so big because you took me from that village, eh? She hates that shit. She's like, Roman, you're going to get me cancelled. I'm like, no, you cancel your attitude. Right? So much fun, man. She's got her own back on me recently, though. Yeah, she's got a character she's developed, and her character's called Karen. And if I piss her off, she just grabs her daughter and goes, security! Right? There's no comeback from that. I gotta get to running. No one wants to hear my side of the story. You know what I mean? But it's cool though, man. It's good being in a relationship. You know, we get on pretty well, and we talk about having kids of our own. You know, I never thought I'd want to have kids, man. I used to look at having kids like having an Apple Watch. You know, I don't need one. But if you surprise me with one, I might keep it. You know what I mean? Things are changing in society, though, man. They are. Like, you know, race relations, it's an interesting time in the UK, you know. And I must say, I think we've made a lot of progress. One thing I have realized recently, though, is that white people, man, you're just not as afraid of black people as you used to be. And I hate that. Yeah, because, no, understand, I remember a time when I could sit on a bus and no one would sit next to me, all right? And if I was with my mate, we could clear the whole top deck, yeah? If I was with my Muslim mate, we could clear the whole bus. But like, everyone's so woke now, right? It's wokeness gone crazy. So people are trying to prove they're not racist. So they sit next to me. You don't have to, okay? I was on a bus the other day, right? This white lady came and sat next to me, right? I looked around, there was like 10 spare seats. So now because you're woke, I got to talk to you about my hair care routine. I'm like, I'll let you touch it if you fuck off, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I know that's no way for me to talk to my girlfriend, but at the same time, like, I needed space. Hey, yo, you lot have been really fun, man. I've been Roman Harris. Bless you. I'll see you again sometime, yeah? Bless.